Hi everyone, and welcome to the General Collective reading, and we'll just jump right in with today's theme. Okay, and we have the Five of Cups upright. This is my second time recording this reading, and one of the Kipper cards that came up was despair. Right away, off the bat, and I just felt like I needed to restart it, but it looks like this is what we'll be talking about today. And let me go ahead and get a couple of Kipper cards. So we have message of concern, family room. Okay, I'm not loving this, but I'm gonna go ahead and read it. So someone could be getting some news about a family member soon coming through. Let me just go ahead and pull the rest of the cards, but it could be about something that you regret, some action that you have taken or didn't take, something you wish that you had done or something you completed. So let's see what the rest of the messages are. We got the Tower in reverse. Woo, why is the first general going to be a doozy? So this could be about someone not facing the reality of a situation. It's like you're prolonging the next step with the Tower card, which is about massive change. But let's pull the rest of the cards and just go from there. I'm not specifically focused on love in this reading, so just take what applies to your situation, and if it doesn't, it's not your message. So let's get the rest of the cards out. Sun in reverse. Okay, we got the Strength card. Hanged Man. A lot of major arcana already. Three of Swords. Five of Wands in reverse. And the Two of Wands. Whew. Okay, so let's get into it. So I feel like with the Tower card coming up in such a prominent position, it's like someone's putting something on hold. Like they're not letting the Tower fall. They're not facing a fear. They're not facing a major change head on. And so that could be causing you a lot of grief. So it's like not facing reality, like I said. With the Sun in reverse, it's talking about, it's very, very similar to the Tower here. It's like not seeing the light, not seeing things for what they are, and that possibly you need to move on with the Knight of Wands. Now, why is the Queen of Cups here in the middle position? Someone could be very emotionally drained. I'm not taking this as someone else. I'm taking this as the collective. Feeling like you've been pushed past your limits in some way emotionally. So there is like a sense of fatigue. Next to the Strength card, it's like it's asking you to have strength in this moment to deal with whatever's coming. And you got the Queen of Pentacles. So someone's financial situation could be affecting the entire reading. And that could be an additional strain for you at this time. If anyone's going through a loss, like a loss of a child, that could also apply to someone watching. So dealing with the emotional toil of the loss of a child or loss of another family member. And for anyone that could be fertile or be of the age to have children, it may not have even, it may have been a pregnancy, the loss of a pregnancy. So we're going to move on to the rest of the reading. And if anyone's going through that, you know, I do feel for you. So we're dealing with heavy energy here. But if that's for some. For others, I feel like there's massive change for you and you're just dragging your feet. And as other readers have said about the Tower card, it's like if you don't accept change, it's inevitable. So the universe is just going to go ahead and knock this tower down without you. So you can either prepare for it, kind of take the initiative yourself to start tearing it down and starting over, or external circumstances are going to take control. So someone's been very stuck in, I feel like pessimism. Just feeling like things are not going to change. And if they do, they won't necessarily get better for me, like my circumstances. Like there's certain things that are holding you back. And like I said, it could be money that's a factor. Or something about your environment, your situation. Like maybe you don't feel like you make enough money. Maybe you don't love your job. Or with the Queen of Pentacles card, that's like the Capricorn card. So maybe it's about your home. It's like you're not where you want to be in life. And I haven't really gotten into the Knight of Wands here yet and the Strength card. But that's like your future energy and also like what you aspire to. Like how you would like to be able to approach this situation. And it is from a position of strength. And I think also your appearance might be part of it. You have really two fire signs on top of each other, the Knight of Wands. That could be any fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then with the Strength card, that's the Leo card. So you want to come across as someone who's in control. But you feel like you're so far from that. Like you don't have control over your emotions or your finances. And so that perceived deficit could be taking a toll on you. I do just want to pull a couple of cards. What is the message of concern? Like, what is the message? What is the message? This could also be about a breakup. I'm not going to make it about love overall, but that's just one of the options. Like some of you could be going through a breakup or finding out that someone cheated with the Three of Swords here next to the Five of Wands. Or that someone is not going to choose you. They're going to choose someone else. So that could be causing you some heartache. Definitely with the Queen of Cups in reverse, it's like someone may not feel appreciated. They have a lot of love, or they have given a lot of love to a situation, and it was ignored or undervalued in some way. So what is the message of concern? We have Two of Swords. So it may not be as serious as it came across in the beginning. My goodness. And that for me is happy news. So it could talk about things you don't see coming. So that's one way to look at it. But Two of Swords and the Magician. The thing is, if you don't take control, someone else will. If this is about family matters, not to show, but if it's about something where maybe with siblings there's a shared responsibility, if you don't speak up or if you don't speak on your perspective about something, someone else will take control in the situation. Could be in regards to a will, it could be in regards to will, inheritance, something like that. A family home, that's another thing. Like someone else could be very manipulative in this situation, and so you kind of standing back, not wanting to get involved, not feeling like you're up to it, like you're already stressed out. Someone else is going to make sure that they're taken care of and make sure that they get what they want out of a situation. Same goes for love. So if this is, if you don't feel like you can compete with the Five of Wands, there is someone that feels like they can. So if you're worried about in some way, if you're competing for someone, which I wouldn't advise, but that's just a personal belief. But if you feel like you are in competition for someone and you don't feel worthy, or you're going through a moment of low self-esteem, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, there's going to be someone else to take your spot. So I think that could be contributing to any sort of heartbreak in this situation. But with the Two of Wands, this is in the outcome here. You're going to be okay. So however this plays out, it starts off very rocky with the Tower and the Sun, but it ends with the Two of Wands. What it ultimately, how it's going to play out for you is it's going to force you to move into a different direction, or at least consider more options. Plan A didn't work out, so plan B, C, and D. Now you have to consider what else is out there. So if this is a romantic situation, you didn't get chose, well, move on. That's their loss. So right now you're taking it as your loss with the Five of Cups, but ultimately there has to be, with the World card, not the World card, but the globe there on this card, it's letting you know that you have so much more that you can get out of this life. There isn't just one person for you. There isn't just one option. There isn't just one path to take. There's multiple, and you can even get, I was going to say joy, but that's kind of corny, but hope from the fact that, like, it might be very difficult with the Five of Cups, but look at it, look at the fun of it. Like, it opens you up to so many more possibilities now. Like, if I were to be with this person, what would that be like? If I was to take this job, what would that be like? And kind of be able to fantasize and really think about it and think about where life could take you now that this one thing is over. It kind of takes the limits off of your imagination and you get to be free to choose something else. So overall, that's what I'm getting from that. But let's see where we're at on time. Okay, I just want to read on the family room. Why is the family room here? Why is the family room here? We got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So if this is referring to something with your family, this magician, whoever this magician is, it could be a Virgo. Sometimes I've heard people say this is Aries, but it's like the first thing that came to me is someone's gonna gamble the family fortune away. Someone's gonna spend the family fortune. Someone's going to misuse funds with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse here. So that could be the message of concern. And honestly, just from a personal perspective, I would rather hear that than the loss of a loved one. So it's just money, baby. So, I mean, it could be devastating in a sense, but the thing is perspective. Two of Wands, it's about perspective. Taking a different perspective on a loss and then choosing a different route, which could include like legal justice, different things like that, to make sure that that person, that there's repercussions for doing this. The Ace of Pentacles here. Got the Hermit card. It's like this situation is going to force you onto a new path that maybe Spirit, the universe, whatever you call it, wants you to be on. So if you already feel like you're kind of out on your own or outcasted, or these people, if they're manipulative, they're not meant to be in your life anyways. They're not meant to be part of your future. And again, if this is a love situation, someone picking someone else over you, like this is beneath you. This is not what's meant for you. So it's very low vibe when someone tries to throw you into a third party or put you into a position where you feel like you're less than, or that's not where you want to be regardless. So if they did choose you, it's like you're forcing yourself to be a part of something that you're going to potentially be very unhappy, because if they can do that once, they can do it again. They can put you in that position. They can fuck with your self-esteem. Didn't want to curse. So if I can remember to edit, I'll edit. But that could be like this magician's go-to move. Playing different potential partners against each other to make them feel like they're in some sort of competition. In competition for what? Where's the substance with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse? Like, what are you getting out of this situation besides the Three of Swords here? And all these queens, and gender does not matter in this case, in any of the cases here, but all these queens in reverse. This situation doesn't help you in any way, it doesn't contribute to your happiness or your well-being or your stability. It takes from you. So I think with the Hermit, it's saying there's a lesson in this. Like, take the lessons and leave the rest. Leave the pain, leave the sorrow, leave the Five of Cups in the past, and just keep moving forward. So you might have to cut off some people, block some people. Do it now. Like, we're wrapping up the year. Go into the next year fresh. Like, wrap it up, block, make adjustments to your privacy settings on your social media. If this is about family that you need to cut off, block some numbers, put up some boundaries. Like, we'll keep it cute and cordial for the holidays, but besides that, whatever your boundary is, maybe not even go to the family dinner, you know, for Thanksgiving or Christmas, whatever holidays you celebrate. So I feel like the last card I didn't really touch on was the Knight of Wands. And that will be the last thing we'll look into before advice. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Wheel of Fortune. Ugh. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Someone's going to try to come back into your life. I feel like the Knight of Wands here. Again, it could be a fire sign, but it's anyone that walked away from you wanting to return. So you'll be put into a position. You have to make a decision about how you want to proceed with this person. I feel like with the Hermit card, the Two of Wands, it's telling you, walk away. Don't be bothered. You'll always be repeating the cycle with this person. Life is too short. You've wasted plenty of time already to get caught up in this. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up. Let me go ahead and get the advice. What is the advice for the collective? Spirit, what's the advice for the collective, please? Okay, so your overall advice is, ooh, okay, the Moon. First thing that comes to mind is feel the fear and do it anyways. Like, you've been hesitant with the Tower reverse here to make that drastic change of letting something go. Because what will the future look like if I'm not tethered to this situation, or I'm not tethered to this person? And the Moon is saying, feel the fear and do it anyways. You're not going to know all the answers in advance. But that doesn't mean you should still make plans. And if something doesn't work out, you move on to the next thing. So if that's about relationships, I feel like if this is going back to the family situation and someone is not doing right by the family, like they're just worried about, it's just about their self-interest and what they can get out of a situation. They're not thinking about the family as a unit, the family as, you know, people you should love. I mean, depending on whatever the dynamics going on there. But it can be very isolating and lonely to feel outcasted, or to feel like even if your family's toxic, that they'll no longer be a part of your life. Like, it's a drastic change with the Tower. Like, I keep going back to that because it's supposed to be drastic. So you may not know what it's going to look like the future, but you still have to move on from where you've been. So that's it. That is the collective read. If you enjoyed this, please let me know in the comment section, and also like, share, and subscribe. I am going to be back with readings like this for the future. So I hope you like it. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.